You are now tuned in to the Healing Hotgirl Podcast, made for women who are finally giving themselves permission to show up as the women they always knew they could be. If you're here, that means you're ready for an upgrade. So, without further ado, let's get into this episode. Hey, Healing Hot Girls, and welcome back to the next episode of the podcast. So, y'all, today we have our first guest. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Be here.
This is the first episode of the Podathon. I told y'all that I hand selected a few people whose stories I feel inspired by, and I feel like y'all will gain a lot from. So we about to just get into this. Today's episode is Black Men Need Love Too, because don't y'all?
For sure.
My first question for Dream Porter is, what was your first encounter with self-love? Like, when did you know you needed more self-love for yourself?
I'm gonna say my accident.
Okay.
So basically, you know what I'm saying, about like 2017, 2018, got in an accident. I basically almost lost my life. That made me want to take care of myself more and, you know, like basically do things better, you know what I'm saying? Don't be driving drunk, you know what I'm saying, speeding. Certain things you just don't do if you want to, like, you know, live. I would say my pops, but it was like, my pops died, I just knew I just had to be gone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, you was on your own, but as far as like me taking care of myself, like,
yeah,
it's like, you almost crashed out, literally, like, you know, off the road, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been driving for years, you know, that was my first time really getting into something that actually, like,
shook you.
Fucked me up, fucked me up. So yeah, that was the first encounter.
I love that. I'm glad you had that. Well, I'm not glad you had the record cord. That sounds a little crazy.
I get you, though. I understand for sure. Like, that's definitely one of them. Like, hold on, like,
yeah.
You gotta shape up. You gotta get back into that mode. For me, you gotta be doing certain things when you can't be putting yourself in certain positions. And I definitely was one of them for me, seeing everybody, you know what I'm saying, reaching out, and you know what I'm saying. I was on rehab for like 3 months.
What?
Couldn't really do nothing. I had the arm in the sling, my whole face gone. So it's like, let me be outside, don't get no bitches. Like, it was a lot. Like, you know, I had to get right back. I had to rehabilitate myself back to who I was before the accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically train myself to be this type of person. Is like a different face for me.
So how was your mental in that time? Like, how did you find the motivation in yourself to push yourself to keep going? Because it could be difficult.
I mean, I feel like as human beings, not just as men, as human beings, you know what I'm saying, we do certain things when pressure or like back against the wall, and we just hope that, you know what I'm saying, we're doing it for the better or we get a greater outcome.
What are some values you think your father instilled in you to make you the man that you are today?
The biggest value was love. You know what I'm saying? Because without a 2-parent home, I visually and mentally and physically see how others, like, without 2 parents, occupy their time, indulge in certain things, you know what I'm saying? So I say the biggest thing is love for me. That was the biggest value. I didn't really have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
I knew I love at home. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the biggest value. Other than that, let's say respect as far as like being a man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look a man in his eyes, you know what I'm saying? Be a man of your word. And just stand on business as far as like the certain things, you know what I'm saying? Due to, you know what I'm saying, due to this, you know what I'm saying, departure early. And like stumbled a couple things, but it definitely trimmed a young nigga up to be like who I am today. So yeah, I'll say love is big, the biggest one, and then respect. I got a lot of respect from my peers, the elders, and the young ones. There's no age bracket with me. For me, I got respect for everybody as long as you don't disrespect me.
We're gonna get a little deep. So I want to ask you about vulnerability, because I know men and vulnerability is a really shaky topic. Like it's really a shaky topic. So I want to ask you, on behalf of, maybe you, because I know you can't speak for all men, but why are men so afraid to share their emotions or to just be in a space where they're vulnerable?
We men. That's why.
That's it?
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm going to speak on it because it's like, we men, we can't be vulnerable in a lot of situations because y'all, I'm going to say women, y'all, women, and kids. They're looking for men to be protectors, providers. You can't be a protector and provider if you're vulnerable in certain situations. So therefore, men usually take an aggressive approach or carry certain things a certain way, you know what I'm saying? So as though we don't look vulnerable in a situation. There's a lot of things as a male figure that you don't even want to be looked at upon in that light. So it's like, you don't even take that risk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of guys is afraid to show how they really feel in certain situations. And me personally, I do take on certain situations that I really want to express myself in this route. And I got to take this route because as a man, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to be stand firm and deal with certain shit. But you know, some people mental ain't all that up to par how they want it to be. So that's what it comes down to. If your mental not right, then you're not gonna be able to digest a lot of situations in life. That's just how it goes.
How do you think you got to a point where you could digest certain situations?
I'm having a lot of situations. Because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't take certain approaches or I wasn't vulnerable in certain situations or I didn't have fucked up situations happen to me.
Okay.
I mean, I've been on this planet for 25 years. Everything wasn't all good, and I didn't take the right actions in every situation. But I've learned that, you know, as a man, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'm a freshly father, you know, I gotta just be doing certain things differently. You know what I'm saying? You take from what you see, you take from what you know, and you take from what you have and make your own life experiences, you know what I'm saying?
So you said something about paving your own way. I want to know, because this is the phase that I'm in life. I'm trying to figure out what I really want and separate it from what other people want from me. So how did you come to do that?
To be honest, you just gotta like believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else got their own perception of you, and what you gotta understand is in life, you can't make everybody happy. The only person you should make happy is yourself. You have an opinion on your life your whole life, you know what I'm saying? But now that you've grown and you understand what you want out of life, it's more so like, nigga, I want to see me happy. If this makes me happy, then I'm going to do this. You want me to be a lawyer? Alright, cool, that's what's going to make you happy.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to go to school for 12 years just to make you happy. Why would I give up 12 years and I want to be in fashion when I can start right now? In the 12 years I could be Pharrell, or 12 years I could be 𝗳𝗏𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵 or working an apprentice at like, why would I be a doctor and I like being on the corner selling drugs?
True.
Like, I'm doing what I want to be happy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna be happy with the decision you make in life, and that's just what it comes down to. But as far as like your question, you gotta do what make you happy. Everybody gonna have an opinion. Just do what make you happy. And I got to that point where it's like, you know, I'm doing what I want.
How do you compartmentalize though? Like, because you know, even though you're doing what you want, that stuff's still gonna be in the back of your mind somewhere. Like, what do you do with it? Like, where does it go?
Even though the stuff be in your head, you always, deep down in your heart and in the back of your mind, always remember, it's about you. It's your show. You know what I'm saying? It's your show. I'm here on your guest on your show. It's your platform. Your life is your platform. Whatever you want to display to the world or display to your parents, display to your family, that's your platform. Your life is your platform. You're only here for however long you're here for. So why not do what you want to do?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we personally know, we know crackheads, we know drug dealers, we know robbers, we know successful people, we know motherfuckers that's rich. 𝗵𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, we know these people.
Yeah.
But we still know something that they did, like that was funny. So if we judge them off the funny, we not even care about what they do. Then they don't even care. Because they doing what makes them happy. You don't have to think about what somebody else think or have that in the back of your mind. Alright, look, cool. I could try to finagle you in. If I love you that much, my mom said something like this. Oh, my mom's like, you should go get your license. You've been driving for too long. It's back then. I've been driving already, you know what I'm saying? But now I got a situation where it's like, I want to go get a job where I drive. I need my license now.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna go get it now. But I've been driving my permit for 7 years. So it's like, I'm doing what I want. No, it's my life.
Yeah.
You don't respect it or neglect it. And if people love you enough, they're just gonna respect it because at the end of the day, we all flawed. We all did something that somebody didn't want us to do.
So I know in a community like ours, a lot of guys fall prone to what they see. So like you get wrapped up in just what you see, basically. You know what I'm talking about. And a lot of times a lot of times people get stuck though, and they don't know how to get themselves out, or they feel like, I guess, like lame if they make it out, but that's not true.
Nah.
So what would you say to someone in that situation?
I get praised in the hood.
Yeah? I
get praised in the hood. I want to say niggas call me lame, because I ain't lame. I still do all the shit, and I still could do all the shit. Like I said, go back to decision making. I could give my mom and my father credit for moving me out the hood. You know, I just live downstairs. I could give them credit, you know what I'm saying, because that plays a big part. It definitely do. A change in environment definitely plays a big part, because you got to be able to see different things for a certain amount of time to know that it's possible.
Yeah.
And not only just me changing my environment, you got to know our family not no bums. People, you got people with jobs, middle class. You got people with a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Then you got people that's living off the land. You got all different types, you know what I'm saying? Then I got different families from different all over, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you live there, I praised you the other day. I said to Mom, I really praise you because you really lived here your whole life, you know what I'm saying? And you never gravitated towards to have a hunger at doing certain things. You never gravitated towards certain things because of what's just in the back of your mind. No matter what your mom said or anything, it's just in the back of your mind. You know, I ain't gonna indulge in certain things because that's not what I want to do.
Right.
I really did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But I know what's for me and what's not me. I know what made me get the most praise. I know what made me the most happy of doing what I was doing. And I was working. That's what it comes down to most of the time.
That's crazy. I don't know, you gotta just want more. I don't know why we just don't want more for ourselves. Like,
some people content, comfortable, you know what I'm saying? All those words. I wouldn't mention them, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of friends that's like that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part I respect people for who they are, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I won't sit up here and, you know what I'm saying, bash nobody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own lane. I feel to me it's like, as long as you play a role, we valid.
We're gonna end with this last question. I feel like you gave a lot of great advice today though. So we're going to end with one last piece of advice that you would give. I want to say to your younger self. What would you say to you?
To my younger self, I would say, save your money.
Save your money.
Yeah. To my younger self, I would say save your money. And one of the reasons why I would say that is because, as I said, I realized, like, I was a fortunate child. You know what I'm saying? I really was blessed and favored. I'm also fortunate and blessed because, you know, everybody don't get to see what I seen. Everybody don't get to know what I know. There's not a lot of people out here that reap those benefits. And I reaped a lot of benefits to coming of this age. And the only thing I realized is if I knew how to save my money, I would have something promising. I'm okay, but I would have something promising. So I would say to my younger selves is, to other people though, before you have kids,
talk to the camera.
Before y'all have kids, you know what I'm saying? Really think about if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Really think about if that's what you want to do. Your whole life is going to change. Not right then and there, but maybe that next year. It takes 9 months. But maybe during that next year, you're going to realize the change of your life. And you're going to wake up every day and think about somebody other than yourself. And if you ain't ready for that, don't do it. Or else you have a fucked up life because God do not bless people that don't take care of their kids.
So being a new father, how do you balance self-care, because you just said that you wake up every day thinking about somebody else, and with the self-care movement you pushing, you got to focus on yourself, you got to invest in yourself. So how do you find time or find pockets in the day to invest in you as a new parent?
That's hard. It's one of the hardest things, and I'm honestly gonna say that I didn't reach to that point. Look at me, I don't even got a hiccup.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning that aspect, because it's like I'm a first time parent, and I'm actually a dad that's gonna go above and beyond.
We love that. We love that. Shout out to all the dads out there.
I'm gonna go above and beyond. So I didn't really get to the point where it's like about me yet.
Okay.
But I'm moving towards, though, like letting me be there for my kid, motivate me to be more careful about myself.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, that's more sort of the self-care aspect, but more so right now it's straight dream. But on the back end, you know what I'm saying, I'm still a fly dude. I still like to get fly. I still like to go outside. I still like to do things I like to do. So I'm still gonna partake in a lot of things, but more so like it's dream. That's the first concern, you know what I'm saying? And then the last one, if I put something in between, then hey, so be it. But that's the first and the last.
We love that. Shout out to all the good dads out there. Shout out to all the new dads, old dads, OGs, the people who took on father roles.
Definitely.
We love y'all. So that is our first episode, y'all. We're going to give a quick round of applause for our guest.
Appreciate you for having me.
We appreciate him for coming on today.
I'm begging to get up here. I want to let y'all know, like, it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, like, my sister, she be on her healing stuff, and, it ain't really no dudes that's really, like, don't really stand up and explain what's really going on out here.
Right.
It's just really stuff going on out here. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Some people really ready to check out because of their situation.
That's
and
true.
You get it from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still some room to go, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta climb that ladder. Don't crash out. Don't try to take yourself out. It ain't all about that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's another story to be told. You might be doing bad in this one. Next week, maybe a month, maybe a year, who knows? Time don't tell for nobody, but you'll be back and you'll be like, you don't even think about when you was fucked up or when you was going through what you was going through because you was so up or you was so feeling this type of way at this time. So don't crash out, you know what I'm saying? Like, live to tell your story another day.
Ooh,
you gotta vent, you know what I'm saying? Don't crash out. It's not about that right now, you know what I'm saying? Especially what's going on today in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? We need all men on deck, you know what I'm saying?
The marathon what?
The marathon continues.
So y'all, I'm gonna catch up with y'all in the next episode. Don't forget that hot girls need healing too. Thank you again to Dream for opening this up for us. We'll see y'all next